Marilyn Zevi. I am an occupational therapist by career, but I became a yoga instructor. Sorry about that. Technical. Okay, sorry about that. This is new for all of us. This is the new norm, I guess. I became a yoga instructor about 8 years ago, also, and I've been teaching children and adults with special needs for a while. And this is my first time teaching live streaming, so bear with me as I get used to the just teaching to my face. So I don't know how many of you are out there, but welcome. Let's have some fun. Hopefully we'll have some fun. Anyway, so I would like everybody to come cross-legged, sitting on the ground. I'm just gonna do this so you can see me. If you have a mat, if you don't have a mat, you can just sit on a carpet. A mat would be better if you have it. We will sit cross-legged, grounded. Now I want you to imagine you've got a glue stick and you put glue under your bums on each side and you're sticking to the mat. And then I want you to imagine there's a string and it's pulling you up tall. So you're nice and tall. Bring your shoulders back. And we're going to get into a yoga mood. And we're going to start our yoga class with the bells. And now right here, I have something called a breathing ball. So I want you to put your hands on your belly. And we're going to take a big breath in through our noses. And imagine the air coming in through your nose and your belly's getting nice and big as we breathe in. And the belly gets big like our breathing ball, and then we let it all out. And you can make a loud sound through your nose, through your mouth, like this. And breathe in through your nose. And breathe out. So as you're doing yoga today with me, I want you to think of this breathing ball the whole time. So every time we're doing a pose, we're doing breathing like the breathing ball. Also, you can imagine a balloon getting nice and big. And out. Imagine it flies away as you let all the air out. So we breathe all day long, but we don't think about it. In yoga, we're going to think about it, holding it in and out. Okay, so now we're going to take our hands, open our fingers nice and wide, and we see the sunshine shining. It's going to be spring soon. We're going to make our hands like a big sun. Reach up and blow it all out. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, so now from here, we're going to put our hands beside. Reach up, breathe in, stretch overhead, and breathe out. And now come back to the other side. Breathe in, breathe out, and reach to the other side. Excellent job. Okay, so from here, what I'd like everybody to do is reach their hand, reach to the other side, grab your knee, and twist like you're wringing out a washcloth. And look over your shoulder and come back to the other side. Excellent. We're just warming up before we get started to get up tall. And now we're going to crisscross. And I call this the pretzel pose because we have the X and we're twisty like a pretzel. Fold forward and take a breath in. Remember our breathing ball. And stretch forward. And then we unwind, shake it all out. And bring our legs in front of us. Take a breath in, stretch, fold forward. And now, what I want to see you doing is, if you can see my toes, they're coming up to the sky. Point them down. We call that pointing. And now we flex up to the ceiling and point. And you should feel some pulling behind your legs. That's okay. And we're getting a stretch. We're pointing and flexing. And now we're going to lift our arms and fold. And it's okay if you can't reach your toes. And if you can, that's okay too. We don't want to scrunch. We want to think of our backs nice and straight. It's all about getting tall. Breathing in. Remember our breathing ball. And breathing out. And now we're going to row our boats. So, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Are you doing it at home, boys and girls? We're going to go a little faster. Let's go really fast. Get that stretch and row your boats. And now we take one arm, reach up to the ceiling and cross it to the opposite side like a kayak. And up and reach across. Nicely done. And switch. We're going through a really rough day. It's so hard to reach across. What are we going to do? We got to work hard. Breathing in and out and in and out. Nicely done. Shake out your legs. Okay, so now we are thinking of the spring. We've got bees buzzing around everywhere. Can we do bumblebee breathing? So cross your legs and think of a bee buzzing in the yard. Let's go like this. Bzz. How long can you hold it? Put your hand on your chest and feel the buzzing. Breathe in and out. And now we're going to try that. Everybody hold your breath. If you're with a sister or a brother or your mom or dad, try the buzzing. Let's do it. Can you feel the vibration? Those are the bees, and they're going to get the flowers. So let's make flowers together. Take your hands. Are we going to be a tulip? Tulips kind of look like this. You make your own tulip. Or are we going to be a daisy? Maybe a daisy looks like this, or like this, or like this. You choose your own daisy. It can be with lots of petals, crossing all together. Take your arms and choose your own kind of flower. Maybe it's going to be a rose with lots of petals. Or maybe it's going to be your own choice of flowers with lots of colors. Use your imagination and let out all the air. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be a butterfly. So we take our feet, put them together, wiggle out. And now put your feet together and open the feet like pages of a book. Okay? Take a breath in. Notice how my knees are opening. And we're going to be butterflies. These are my butterfly wings. Opening up and down. Feel the flapping up and down. Now what I like to do with the kids and adults in my class is we make these our butterfly wings going up and down. Then we make our other wings. clasp your hands like that. Reach up, breathing in. Breathe out. Bring your hands over your head. And now you can see I've got my butterfly wings. And what I like to do also is make antennas over my head. And we flap like the butterfly. And our butterflies are flying to all the beautiful flowers we just made. And the bees are flying back and forth too, flying like this. Then we take our butterflies, gently squeeze our knees together, wrap our hands around, breathe in and out, and back in and out. And now we're going to get on our hands and knees, and we're going to do something called cat and cow pose. So we stretch, breathe in, and we can say moo, because this is called cow pose. And then we say meow. Can you say meow at home with me? Meow. And moo, and we stretch our backs. Get a nice stretch, because some of us have been just hanging out at home, and we want to get all our stretches out. And breathing in and out. And now, this is a really tricky pose, but I think you guys can do it, okay? We're going to make a tail for our cat. Reach your leg out, point your toe, hold it. You have to squeeze your tummy here because it's balancing. And if you can, reach the opposite arm. So think about this. We're not doing the same side. If the same side, you're going to lose your balance. It's the other side of your body. So if your right leg is out, you're going to take your left arm. Now this is a really tricky pose, so take your time. If you are finding it challenging, you can use just your leg or just your arm. Try it. This might be your first time ever doing this, so you might need a rest. And if you need a rest, you can do something called child's pose, where you put your legs together, your feet together, open your knees, and reach back. In fact, let's all take a child's pose now. Reach your arms out, bring your bum back, and take a few yoga breaths. In and out. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And now we're going to come back up. We got to do the other side because we have two sides of our body, right? So if you did your right leg, we're now going to do our left leg. And if you did your left leg, you're now going to do your right leg. So lift it up, hold it, squeeze your belly, that'll give you balance. If you're wobbling, that's okay, because this might be the first time for some of you, and balance is a hard thing. Squeeze, take your opposite arm, and it's okay, I'm wobbly today, that's okay. Come back up. And here's another pointer. Look ahead and focus on a spot on the floor ahead of you. That'll help you balance. This is a tricky pose. You might want to just do your leg. And think about reaching it far ahead. And then bring your knee down and take a rest in child's pose. So child's pose is you bring your toes together, open your knees, reach your bum back, and take a few breaths. In and out. Now from here, we have just a little bit more time. We're going to go into a standing series. We're going to tuck our toes. So our hands should be right under our shoulders. And we're going to go into something called downward dog. If you have dogs at home, you've probably seen them doing this pose. We're going to lift our bums up to the back of the mat. and reach behind and stretch. So open your fingers and think of your bums or tushes going all the way back. If you've ever seen a dog do this, they reach their bums back and they stretch. And this is called downward dog. That's why we call it downward dog, because we often see dogs doing this. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe in, take your head, look back between your legs, and don't forget to breathe, because sometimes you can hear I'm a little out of breath because I'm not breathing. We're going to breathe in and out, and in and out. Now we're going to do something called walking your dog. Can you see my legs? We bend one knee and straighten and bend the other. So we're walking in one place, which is called walking your dog. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. And now I want everybody to come back down and take a rest. And stretch. Nice. Okay, we're going to go back into downward dog and do something called three-legged dog. So we come back up, stretch, lift one leg up. That's called three-legged dog because we're only on three limbs. There are two hands and one leg. It's called three-legged dog. Breathing, back down, and the other leg, and back down. Now slowly walk your legs in and your hands and roll up. I'm going to turn around and face you guys. And we're going to roll nice and slow. And I realized I forgot to put my music on, but we'll do it at the end. Okay. So just before we go into our relaxation, we're going to do some balancing poses. We're going to stand. Take a big breath. This is called mountain pose. We're going to stand like a mountain, tall mountain. Reach up, look up. And we're going to become a volcano. So hands are pointing up, really, really tall. Stretch. Bring your hands together. And like a volcano where the lava comes out. And again. And let's fold forward. Nice and slow. And here, we're going to hang like a rag doll. A rag doll has no muscles or bones, so you're just floppy. Side to side, just chill out. Flop, flop, flop. And then roll up. One bone at a time. And your shoulders are coming. And your head comes last. Take your shoulders, roll them. Take your head, shake it yes, shake it no. And now let's do something called a dragon pose, where we step one foot forward, reach it in, reach your arms up. And this is one time you get to stick out your tongue because you're going to breathe fire. Everybody breathe fire. And let's turn to the other side, other leg. Very good, everybody. Make sure your knee is over your ankle and stretch. And come on up. And a yoga class would not be yoga if we didn't do a tree pose. So let's do a tree pose. Hands on our hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. There's so many poses, and next week if we do this again, I'll teach you some more poses because I'm running out of time. But let's do a tree pose where turn your knee to the side and put your foot right. It either can be way up high up here, or it can be below the knee, but never on the knee because that could hurt you if you fall. So we're going to start today right below the knee, okay? Or you can just rest it right on the ground. I'm gonna try to adjust this so you guys can see me. Okay, so it can either be right on the ground or above. And what you want to do is think about your foot really pushing into the ground, squeezing your belly, and get your balance. I usually like to start in a flamingo where you just hold one leg up, get your balance first, and put it down. Just practicing standing on one leg. Some of you might be really good at balance. Some of you might be wobbling, but practice that. It's okay because yoga is all about yourself. And if you're out of balance, that's okay because you'll get better with time. Then we turn to the side, bring our hands together in prayer position, and grow our branches. Sometimes I do something called cactus where one arm is up and one arm is beside, or I grow up tall into my tree. And it might be a windy day, or it might be still. And I'm using my yoga breathing in and out. Now we'll switch to the other side. And again, try flamingo first. One foot in front. Hold it. A flamingo is a bird with one foot. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a pink bird. See if you can balance. And if it's too hard, just rest your foot on the ground. Doesn't matter. Breathing in and out. I'm squeezing my belly tight. That helps me with balance. And I hold my hips. Standing up tall. Bring your foot. Turn it to the side. Some of you might have seen your mommy or daddy do yoga, or maybe you've seen it on TV. Grow our branches. Nice. And let it go. Okay. And relax and shake it out. Okay. I don't know if I can go a little over time, but I'm going to. Let's take our arms and we're going to make an elephant trunk. And here we go. Open our legs. The elephant likes to spray water. Can you guys spray water? Bend your arms. Bend at your waist is what I mean. Make your elephant trunk. Bend forward. You're going to suck up the water and spray. Can you spray your mommy? Can you spray your daddy? Maybe there's a dog. You're going to suck the water from the pond and spray your dog. And now go to the side. Get all the stretching out and spray. And let it all go and breathe out. And now make your arms really, really wide and be like a fan to dry off. And you'll feel the air. Breathing in and out. Dry yourself off because maybe you got wet from your elephant trunk. And we're going side to side. Now keep your feet glued to the ground with your glue stick that we had before. And we're drying off. Do you feel that air? And relax. Now we're all going to come down onto the mats and do a little bit of relaxation before we end our yoga class for today. Okay, I'm going to put on some music. So come down onto your mats, or if you're on a carpet, that's okay. Lay down on your backs. We're going to unwind from our class today. Just want to make sure you can see me. What I want you to do is take one leg, one knee, bring it into your chest. Hug it in. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out as you hug your knee in a little more. If you want, you can hold behind your leg. And switch. Take the other leg. In through your nose. You can close your eyes when you're doing relaxation. And breathe out. Bring it in towards your armpit, your shoulder. And we're going to take both legs. Give yourself a squeeze or a hug. Wrap your arms. Rock side to side. You can make circles like you're a ball rolling. You can roll back and forth, massaging your back. Slowing down from all the hard poses we just did. Breathing in and out. We're going to do something called Happy Baby. Bend your knees. Make the soles of your feet, the bottoms of your feet face up and grab them. Because babies like to play with their feet. I don't know if any of you have little baby sisters or brothers, or you've seen a baby, they play with their feet. So we call this Happy Baby. Rock side to side. Breathing in and out through your nose. Remember our breathing ball. We're breathing in, filling our tummies with air, letting it go. Now our final pose, we let our feet go out. Let your feet open up. Let your arms relax beside you. Close your eyes. We call this the do nothing pose. You just have to lie there and do nothing. Listen to my voice and the music. The fancy word in yoga is called Shavasana. Listen to the music. Be proud of what you just did. You did a yoga class. And if you're ever feeling angry or frustrated or maybe a little scared or anxious, think of the yoga breathing you learned today. Take a big breath in and hold it. And then let it all out. And do deep breathing like that. And you can do it a few times. And hold it. And then let it all out. And if you do that a few times, you might find you feel a little better. Go into a quiet, calm down space, or your room, your bed, or just where you can just remove yourself and make yourself feel better. We'll lie there for just a few more breaths. I'd like you to take your hands and open and close them. Make fists, squeeze them. Point your toes, squeeze them, and relax them. Scrunch up your face like an old lady or old man. You can make a fishy face with your lips, and then let everything go. Now we're going to bring some awareness, not yet, but in about a minute, back into our bodies. So just enjoy this last minute. Now, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. We're going to start to wake our bodies back up. Open your eyes and reach your arms up over your head. Stretch. And let it go. Bend your knees. then bring them side to side like a windshield wiper. Swish and swish. And now roll to one side and use your arm like a pillow. And then you're going to slowly come on up to a seated position. We're going to cross leg. Once again, take your hands and rub them. Make them nice and warm. You'll feel some heat. And from there, cover your eyes. Massage your forehead and your eyebrows. And then open your eyes. And at the end of yoga, we do something. We take our hands, we reach up, and we say a funny word. It's called Namaste. And it means something called the divine in me salutes the divine in you. And I'm going to say something to you guys, and you can repeat it after me. Say, I am strong, I am kind, I am brave, I am friendly, and I am wise. That's something that all of you can say to yourselves. Hope you had a good class, and see you another time, everybody. It was great doing yoga with you.